When it comes to creating content, we want to make sure we're saving time and effort. So, how do you maximize your time if you are running your business and living your best life, but also trying to create content? Here's a trick that I found that has worked exceptionally well for me over the last couple of weeks. Every time I am in a meeting or I'm going to be recording for a podcast or a live stream show, I am also filming myself while I'm doing that. Now, I'm not going to be using any content that does go into a live stream or a podcast without permission from that person because it may need to be exclusive to that particular channel, but I am filming myself while I'm in meetings. I'm filming myself while I'm doing the podcast and live streams before and after. And it's as simple as taking your phone and setting it up behind what you are doing. So I typically set up my phone behind my camera, behind my computer, or behind my phone if I'm using a phone to do it, and I'm filming myself while I'm doing these things. And over the last couple of weeks, because I have been able to film myself while I have been doing my meetings, I've said a lot of really great things behind the scenes that other person wasn't recording because it was a meeting. But because I'm filming myself, and again, I'm filming it from behind the computer or the camera source, so it's shooting beyond the device, so it sees the device, it sees that I'm speaking to a device, and it's focused on me, and that other person is not connected to it in any way, shape, or form. Now, I could set it up and aim it at the computer so that they could see the other person speaking, or I could use clips of them speaking, again, with that person's permission, but this way, I have the ability to have my meetings, answer questions, have conversations, point out really good, valuable things, and then I can take that footage and I can clip it up and put it on my YouTube channel. So now I am having my meetings, my discussions, my live streams, my podcast, my whatever, but I'm also getting footage that I can now repurpose as B-roll footage in my videos with no audio, or I can repurpose the actual audio clips of me speaking and use those on my social media pages, on my YouTube page, which is monetized. I can make money from this, and I don't have to spend time recreating the same content. So if I say something really good or something really valuable, this is going to be an incredible opportunity for me to now use what I said to 1, 2, 10 people, however many were in the audience, and reuse it for everyone to see it in a paid capacity for me. So I'm saving time and effort as I'm creating this, and I'm doing this for every meeting I'm doing now. And again, because it's not showing the other person, it's not using the other person's voice, and I'm not using content that's exclusive to their platform if it is a live stream or a podcast interview, I now have a ton of extra content, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, here's the trick. You can either use these as individualized clips over on your platform. Let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, your YouTube page. You can use them in those individualized clips, or you have the ability to kind of hang on to those, and instead of putting it out one day after the next, you have the ability to use it as filler content. So if you're saying something that's not super time effective or time sensitive, you can use this as evergreen content and just store it on your YouTube channel. So one of the things that I like to teach my students a lot is to store up some evergreen content that doesn't have an expiration date or is not going to be something that needs to come out at a certain time because of stuff going on in your business world. Use that on your YouTube channel, not as your main content, but as content when something comes up that you weren't prepared for. Let's just say things get really busy and you didn't have time to film this week, and now all of a sudden you need a video. You can pull out one of these clips. Or let's say you have unexpected travel. You had the opportunity to go on a trip. Now you need some content to fill the time because you are now traveling. You don't have time for that. You can pull one of these clips. Or heaven forbid something really bad happened and you get sick, or you have a loss in the family, or something goes down where you have to step away from your business for a little bit. You can use these clips and put them out as videos on your YouTube channel so you still have that content going out to your audience, but you do not have to create it in the moment, or it doesn't have to be like a big built out thing. These clips are usually smaller because they're going to be more in the soundbite territory, but this is also going to be really good for your audience if you have longer based content on your YouTube channel to give them a little bit of a shorter snippet. So these are really great things that you can use, again, as B-roll footage in your TikToks and your Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. You can use them as full content or longer content on your YouTube page. You can use them as part of a montage, best practices, top 10 tips, whatever. And you have the ability to also send it out on the social platforms as well, which I did on my TikTok today. So if you notice the things that I've been putting out on my TikTok, y'all, thank you for those hearts. If you notice the content I put out today, I used 2 clips from a recent meeting that I did that was off the record. We were not talking in terms of this person's podcast. We were just having a meeting in advance. I can do things before and after, and I just pulled those little clips, and I got a bunch of them to put on my YouTube channel, but now I'm also putting them on my TikTok, the shorter versions, to see how they perform. We're going to test it out. We're going to see if people like those behind the scenes from my meetings of me talking to the computer or talking to my phone camera and having these conversations with people and hearing my end of it, those answers to their questions and things like that. So if you've seen them, go ahead and leave some comment love on them. Let me know, do you like that type of content? Do you want to see more of it? And do you want more tips and tricks on how you can be saving time and effort while running your business, but also creating easy content for you to then be able to put out on your social platforms? If you're just jumping on, hello and welcome. I'm multi-time bestselling author KM Robinson. I'm also a social media marketing educator and speaker. So we can talk anything: books, publishing, writing. We can talk my books or my characters. I have over 24 published novels, the number 774, and 87 bestselling book out of every book in existence on Amazon, and number 1 in all of my categories. And I also teach social media marketing for entrepreneurs to help you make more profit through your smart social media, so you don't have to spend a ton of time and effort creating social media content like we just talked about, but you can create more profit through your social media while still being present and building up that community and those conversations while running your business and living your best life. So if you've got questions on any of those topics, we can talk about TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, live streaming, tools and resources to save you time and effort. We can talk about technology. Y'all know I love my technology. I just got some new tech and gear recently, so I love talking about those types of things. And we could talk publishing world as well. Y'all, thank you so much for the hearts and likes. I appreciate those. Those really help to get this kicked out in the algorithm system so more people know that we're live. And if you're just jumping in, this is an open Q&A. Ask me anything. We talked for a few minutes about how right now I'm saving time and effort creating my content by filming my meetings, my podcast recordings, my live streams from a behind the scenes perspective. And then I'm using clips that are not exclusive to somebody else's podcast or live stream that I'm speaking on, and I'm putting them on my YouTube channel, and I'm putting them on my TikTok, and I'm putting them on my Instagram to create content because I say really cool, really interesting, really smart, really educational things, but not everybody sees them because I'm behind the scenes in a meeting, and now you can. So I'm saving time and effort in being able to use this in a B-roll format and in that direct to camera, having conversations and answering questions kind of format on social as well.